All right.
It's not one of another kind.
No, not one of those kind of chat rooms. Texas Music Interactive. Adam Drake hanging out here in the studio. And look, we got some special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fellas.
How's it going? I'm a Cleat with Buckshot Bradley.
I'm John Garza from the Tejas Brothers. Also here with me from the Tejas Brothers is Lex Cochran, our guitar player, and Danny Cochran, our drummer. We're all here. And Danny Lewis, one of our biggest fans. He's famous now.
He's famous now.
Hey, you're famous now?
I guess I am.
All right. Hey.
Listen to that voice. That's a great radio voice, isn't it?
Hey,
There you go.
I've heard a lot worse, you know. You looking for a job? No. Now, something I've always wanted to know. Oh, by the way, Cleat is with Buckshot Bradley. For those of you who are like, Cleat, who the hell, what? But something I've always wanted to ask the guys from Tejas Brothers. Where did the name come from? I mean, there's so many different things, you know. Yes.
What?
Wait, but you don't have a microphone.
You don't have a mic.
It does not work.
Come on.
Come on over here, Danny.
Well, I thought of the name all by my little lonesome.
All by yourself?
Yes, Danny, our drummer, came up with the name Tejas Brothers.
Whoa! I thought the drummers were just supposed to look good and sit in the back. They're not supposed to come up with ideas.
Every now and then they'll come out, bust out of that little box they live in, and pull off a good one.
All right.
Yeah. We were playing in the stockyards, and we were just sitting around going, "What are we going to call this? What are we going to call this?" And I said, "Tejas Brothers."
All right. It's better. I mean, why not the Texas Siblings? I mean, have you?
Well, actually, my dad had a Western swing band called the Miller Brothers,
Okay.
and they were pretty famous, and not one of them were named Miller, you know. So I always wanted to kind of have a band named something Brothers, you know. So I just thought Tejas would be cool.
Do you ever get anybody coming up to you like, so which one of you is Tejas, or
Oh, yeah.
are y'all the Tejas?
We say all of us.
Yeah.
And what about you, Cleat? The name Buckshot Bradley. I'm like what the really Buckshot Bradley? Are you guys just like avid hunters, and you got a guy named Brad in the band, or what?
Actually, my middle name's Bradley.
Okay.
I guess growing up as a little kid, when I was in trouble, it was always Bradley, go do this. You know, it was always Cleat Bradley. You know, it was always my middle name. And I used to hate my middle name as a kid, and then I started playing in a band, and I don't know, I didn't really want to go with Cleat, and so they just, I guess Bradley kind of came in. I was kind of thinking, you know, parents didn't really want me to be in a band at first. Now they love it, but you know. So it just kind of.
You mean you get free beer? We don't have to pay money for beer? All right, hell yeah, you can be in a band.
We get to go get into all these, you know, festivals, whatever. You know? Yeah, but so I kind of use that as a kind of a, I don't know, just a. Bradley's kind of like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, you know. And so I kind of used that. But then Buckshot, we'd gone through so many names, and you know, trying to think of a good name, and we're out at Twin Buttes, which is like a little. It's public land to go hunting on, and you can only use, you know, out there you can use either a bow, or you can hunt with bow and arrow, or you can use a shotgun with buckshot. And so, we were out there drinking, having a good time. We weren't doing any of the hunting really, and there's also a big old lake there too, you know. So, and I kind of slipped on a shell, and when I went down and I kind of picked it up, and I said Buckshot, and I was like Buckshot Bradley, and my drummer and I just kind of kept feeding that to the guys, and they were like, all right, let's just go with it. So,
well, let me ask you guys one last question on this. Both unique kind of names, very interesting, you know, catches your ear. Have you ever just, like, somebody just come up to you like, hey, have you ever thought about this being a band name? And you're like, that is the most god-awful band name I've ever heard. You never, ever need to repeat that.
My bass player, actually, my bass player came up with three-headed possum and something, and I was like, no, there's no way. And then the other one I came up with, which was originally what I thought we were going to name the band, was the Past Out Gringos.
Yeah, I think you got a better name there.
I think
on
we'd
that
probably
one.
put them asleep on that one, right?
What about Tejas Brothers? Was there anything else that you kind of were kicking around and be like, hey, you know what, actually that sucks really bad?
Yeah, we had a lot of that, and you get that, and then you get song suggestions, songs, you know, like people pitch you ideas for songs and bad band names all the time. So you just have to get used to it. If you're in the business, that's just something you got to, you know, work with. And speaking of Buckshot, have you seen this new guitar strap that Cleat has?
Oh yeah, hey, Cleat,
we got to put that on the internet, because I made a comment about that. I was watching during sound check, and I said, "Man, I said you can't have this in the bar."
Right.
And he said, "I just got that." So
I just actually I had one before, and it got stolen. By the way,
Oh, man.
if you're out there and you stole it, I'm always going to be looking for it. So, and you will be handled in a Buckshot Bradley way. So just understand
check that out, folks.
You better get it
That's
back
cool.
Buckshot in the ass.
That's really nice, though. Seriously.
Appreciate it, man. A buddy of mine, they've actually he has a saddle company. It's Jay's Saddle Club or Jay's Custom Saddles, and he's just amazing. All this was hand. I mean, it was just.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a little bit of stencil, but most of it was just him.
Hand tooling it.
Very
really
nice.
hand tooling it.
What is it with
Sweet.
guys getting things stolen from? I mean, every now and again, at least once a month, you'll see a different band. Like Rich O'Toole last month, his guitar got stolen.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. We all. I think Mark put it on his website. We put it on ours. I don't. It's funny. You have these fans who, I guess, who want to come watch your show and have a good time.
Well, do you consider those guys a fan if they go and steal your
see,
guitar strap?
And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're a fan, why are you doing things like that?
There's just always a few bad apples out there that spoil it for the good folks. But luckily for us, I mean, and I'm sure Cleats has the same frame of mind. I mean, it's a 99.9 percentile, just great folks out there supporting us, and then you'll have some idiot that'll do something like that. But yeah, you always got to look at it as, hey, everyone's alive, we're still doing what we love, and we can do it again tomorrow night, and have some more fun with it.
So be worse,
So to wrap up this portion, come up with a cool band name. Don't get a really crappy one. I mean, Buckshot, Bradley, Tejas Brothers, both great names. And don't steal from bands because, especially Buckshot Bradley, you may just get shot.
Looking for you, son.